Okay, this is Q&A number 2. Today we'll be talking about Guild Rep. First off, what is Guild Rep? Well, Guild Rep is what you get when you do quests, dungeons, raids, some arenas, certain PvP things. You get rep with the guild. If you hit J and the guild, the very first guild tab on the bottom is a bar. It'll show you your guild rep. It'll also show you your weekly cap. You can only get so much guild rep per week. Well, okay, so now that you know basically what guild rep is, well, what can you do with it? Well, there's a couple of things. Guild rep unlocks rewards. Like if you have to be exalted with the guild, you can buy the lion mount. You can get the dark phoenix mount. For a lot less, I believe it's honor, you can get the heirloom gear to help your other alternate tunes level faster. And then there's other things. There's recipes for cooking. There's alchemy recipes. You know, there's a lot of stuff that you can get based on rep. So rep is fairly an important thing, especially to get access to guild rewards. It's also important because there's certain guild achievements that require certain rep of the individual for us to get that achievement. Like we recently got the United Nations achievement, which says we had to be exalted with 55 different factions in the game. But let's say you're exalted with Booty Bay. It wouldn't count for us until you were exalted with our guild. Okay, now what gets you guild rep? Okay, now that you know what you can do with it. Well, you can get it. You'll get it just normally doing dungeons, raids, arenas. But then there are 2 rewards you can get. There's the Renowned Guild Tabard, which ups the rep that you gain by 50%. And there's the Illustrious Guild Tabard, which increases your rep by 100%. Now, if you're on your first tune in the guild and you're leveling your rep, those aren't the most... First, you have to, I believe, be honored to get the Renowned Guild rep, and then revered to get the Illustrious. But they're buying on account. So let's say you've got a level 1 alt that you just made, and you have an Illustrious Guild Tabard. You can send it to your level 1, and then he'll fly up on guild rep. So it's it's almost like an heirloom item, but for guild rep. So, and again, it's really helpful to get one of those when you're able and use it on yours. Now, what gets you guild rep? We've already covered what gets you rep, but through my personal experience, and I could be wrong, again, feel free to correct me in game mail, arenas with an Illustrious Guild Tabard, you get stupid amounts of rep. Now, if you're not into arenas, raids and heroic dungeons are probably the next best options. The other option is, and you'll see these items like on my screen right now, the Battle Standard of Coordination. That is, there's 3 of these. One, place a guild battle standard that increases experience, honor, and rep gain from killing monsters for all guild members within 100 yards of the battle standard. There's 2 lesser ones that do a 10% and a 5%. But again, this, you have to be friendly with a guild to even buy this. But those are types of rewards and an alternate or in addition to the Guild Tabard. Now, a common misnomer is once you leave the guild, you lose your guild rep. That's not true. Because obviously we do remove inactive members that have been offline 30 days and haven't let us know. But if, let's say something goes wrong, you can't afford your game time this month and you're offline 2 months. You come back, you find you're not in the guild. You know, there's no need to panic. As long as you do not join another guild and come back to our guild, you retain your reputation. So there's no loss there. As long as you do not join another guild before you come back, you will not lose your rep. Now, I believe there may be a built-in time frame in the game itself, like if you're not in the guild for X amount of time, but I believe that's something like 3, 4, some really long amount of time that I wouldn't even worry about if I were you. And again, even if worst case scenario does happen, That's why I recommend as soon as you can buy a renowned or an illustrious guild tabard to help you get that rep back up. And not to mention, if you do leave the guild and go to another guild, you can, that tabard is BOA, so you bring that with you. You join a new guild, you've got that illustrious tabard, you hit the ground running. So again, it's not a bad investment. And that'll do it for today's Q&A. Thanks again.